Hey guys, King Kaiju here, and I just finished GVK, and I thought that I would give you a spoiler review of how I felt about the movie, what I liked, what I disliked, and my overall thoughts about it. Firstly, I want to give two warnings though. This is a spoiler review, so if you have not watched the film yet, click off now. And the second thing that I want to say before we begin, I'm quite an opinionative person, so if you don't like opinions, you might want to just scurry away. Have we kind of filtered the viewers? Alright, I'll begin now. I thought the film was okay. The best scenes in this film were hands down the fight scenes. The Hong Kong battle especially was probably my favorite. There's a lot that goes down in that fight, and I really enjoy it. At one point, Godzilla even goes quadrupedal, and I thought that was pretty cool because we've never seen anything like that before. The CGI in this movie, in my opinion, was also the best. There was a lot of nicely detailed shots, and the monsters were incredibly expressive in this movie. The main plot of the movie is pretty simple. They want to bring Kong to the Hollow Earth, thinking that he will find an ancient tool that will send Godzilla crawling back to the Hollow Earth, but in reality, they're just creating a Mechagodzilla to wipe him out. In reality, the plot's pretty simple. It's not really that complex. It's not that hard to follow. I'd say that the plot, it's not the best, but you know, it's sufficient. For a monster movie, it's pretty good. You don't go into a monster movie really expecting the best plot ever, so I think that the plot is okay. Alright, so I've said the positives, now let's go into the things I didn't like, and remember, this is my opinion, so to anyone who thinks that this is the best movie ever, you know, cover your ears, because I'm about to say a few things I didn't like about it. I had two big issues with this movie. Firstly, the pacing. The pacing of this movie I did not like at all. A good example of what I'm talking about here is, for one thing, when they try and transport Kong, you never see him actually getting on the ship. You just see him on the island, then on the ship. The pacing of this movie also leads into another issue. There felt like there was a ton of scenes that were cut from this film. The ending in particular highlights this very well. Godzilla wins GVK if you don't know already, but when we see the ending, we never see Godzilla, we just see Kong, which is ironic because Godzilla won the fight. There's a ton of other examples of this, but the ending in particular, damn, I just wish there was a little bit more to it. Like, this movie is about 2 hours long. I feel like it could have been about 2.5 hours long. Another thing I noticed while watching is this film is completely devoid of logic. It didn't really bother me too much because I wasn't really focused on it, but there is just scenes that make little to no sense. Like when Mechagodzilla originally wakes up, Madison and Bernie and the other kid, they're down there when Mechagodzilla gets up, and there's people watching this happen. There's people watching Mechagodzilla, and they don't see the humans down there at all. And I guess they were too tiny, but then a Skullcrawler comes out. I guess it's just like a test thing to see how strong Mechagodzilla is, and the Skullcrawler runs at the humans. But the people still observing this all happen never noticed the people down there that the Skullcrawler even charged at. Again though, these scenes never really bothered me. The original King Kong vs. Godzilla didn't really have a ton of logic in it to begin with, so I can't really fault this movie. Overall, I really liked the film. There was a ton of scenes that I really enjoyed, like the fight scenes. Again, I cannot tell you enough how good those are. And while there was some issues in the movie, I still did find myself enjoying it. The film tries to have fun, and you are meant to have fun with it, and I can definitely say that I did have fun with this movie. And that's really all there is to say about the film. I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Tell me down in the comments what you thought of the film, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.